I'm James Zanewicz from Tulane Medicine here at the Bullpen at JPM Week, and I'm with George Eastwood from the Emily Whitehead Foundation. George, welcome back to the Bullpen.
Thanks, James. Great to be here.
I know it's not your first time.
Yeah, definitely not.
So you're familiar with our process. We got 3 simple, easy questions for you. First of all, many people seeing this may not know you, so you can give us a little bit about your background and how you got here today.
Sure. Yeah, my background started in the cell collection and cell manufacturing space, so connected to the development of early CAR T. Worked closely with Novartis and Kite, cell collections, progressed my career to different donor center-based businesses supporting advanced therapies and other parts of the ecosystem. Most recently, transitioned over full-time to the Emily Whitehead Foundation, carrying on the research and development and manufacturing work, and really shifting our strategy here at the foundation.
Well, your foundation does a lot of really great things for the community, and so as part of that, our next question, I'm sure, is going to dovetail right into that. So what has your focus right now? What are you working on this year?
Yeah, you know, what started as a family foundation, so many people know, and is the poster child of all advanced therapies. So as a family-run foundation, it originally was meant to bring awareness to advanced therapies, fund CAR T research and other innovative immunotherapy work. But as we've seen over time, the delivery of these medicines can be even more challenging than the development and the gene editing that we do. So within the last couple of years, we've reshaped our strategy, launch it this year. We have a new mission statement, I guess kind of teasing it here, is that we're going to support patients and caregivers affected by childhood disease, and then advocate for any and all patients that can receive advanced therapies. And what that means is, you know, building the bespoke patient support programs specific to advanced therapies, whether it's travel and lodging, specific journey support alongside the academic medical centers of interest, and then on the advocacy side, taking a true stance on the policy and the changes that need to be done both from a regulatory and a government perspective to deliver this to the 80% of people that are eligible and not receiving them. So lots to do.
That's absolutely fantastic. And I think we've started to focus more and more on the patients and their community and what they need, but I do think the caregivers have often been left out. And the fact that you're kind of being holistic about that really speaks to your ability to be a forward-thinking foundation and really take those next steps, which is great.
And I think the caregiver part, it's not just an adult parent of a child. We've had so many different journeys in CAR T where your 25-year-old son is taking you to the hospital, where it's really the caregiver journey in general. And then often lost in that is the time off of work and the other reimbursements necessary. So all of that contributes to the 80% not receiving the treatment. You can't get the time off work, you can't spend 4 weeks near a center, you can't not drive for 8 weeks. So the caregivers are an important part of that ecosystem. And some of the policies in the world really don't enable and incentivize it.
Well, it takes personalized medicine to personalized healthcare with the full, like the village, because it takes a village to take care of this stuff, and you're enabling the village, which is incredible.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting, that personalized medicine piece is true, right? It's each and every individual is separate, but how do you break out the categories of support? And you can't give unique, bespoke support to every single person. There are a lot more journeys and a lot more unique connections within each modality, whether it's a TIL therapy or a CAR T or an ex vivo gene-edited sickle cell therapy. They really do have these unique journeys, but there are some commonalities that we can bring together under the advanced therapy umbrella and at least voice some of these things and connect and drive the changes needed.
Well, this is a huge undertaking you guys are going on, and so the Bullpen is always about finding someone, helping them, and repeating exactly what your foundation does. But this, in your KOL interview, is your chance to ask the Bullpen community and tell them how they can help you achieve this lofty goal. So what can they do to help you get there this year? Yeah,
and for us, I think one of the things that I've seen in my career, jumping over to the nonprofit side, I thought it would be altruistic, a lot less competitive, but in reality, it's even more competitive. And
because there's less resources, right?
And it's a fight for every dollar. But being an innovation, startup-focused person, I feel we should all divide and conquer, build, buy, partner, even in the nonprofit side, right? So one of the things that I'm undertaking personally is climbing to Everest Base Camp in April with part of Luke Timmerman's Timmerman Traverse. And it's not supporting the Emily Whitehead Foundation, but it is supporting the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, who are the bold and brave researchers and the part of the mission that we're stepping away from. So it takes that bold and brave research like Carl June to drive forward, so that way we can have the great problem of how do we deliver more approved therapies to patients, but it's still a problem. So personally, we can support the Timmerman Traverse through the trek. And then with the foundation, it's really just following our growth and our branding and our giant evolution that's going to take place over the next 6 months, and really finding those nonprofit partners and partners like the Bullpen to connect to. So the whole ecosystem in innovation and advanced therapies needs a ton of movement and change, and we need to raise and spread awareness to the general public. Yep. Even though we've had approval for 7 years and Emily is 12 years post-treatment, the average person down the road has no idea that these transformative, even curative treatments are available. So, find our film on Amazon, look out for new ways that we'll get it out to the public, and share it with any and everybody outside of our world.
Yep. It's a great way. So what should they search on Amazon for your film?
Of Medicine and Miracles.
Perfect.
Is the title of the film, and made by Oscar award-winning filmmaker Ross Kaufman. I'm personally biased, as are probably most of us here at the Bullpen, but it really is an amazing story that's not just Emily's, but it's Carl's journey of innovation, a family story of perseverance, and so much more. So happy to find that film and then call us and ask how you can help afterwards.
Well, as part of that, maybe we should get you down to Bio on the Bayou this year to kind of evangelize the Gulf South, which often is missed in this perspective. We've got the whole Gulf South together. It's right before Halloween. Maybe we'll pull you down to New Orleans in October.
I would love to get there. I love New Orleans. I have a colleague who's CEO of a healthcare facility there, and I guess really alarming for me is pediatric cancer. It's hard to even address in some of the other communities.
Right.
I know he's focused on just getting people to go to the doctor, get diagnosed.
Right. It's hard, yeah.
Go to your community hospital. So when I called him saying, let's talk about CAR T for pediatric cancer, he's like, no offense, George.
I want to get people to talk about pediatric cancer, period.
Yeah, we need to talk about it. He's like, but we have to get people to the doctor here in the community.
Yep.
And that was really eye-opening for me as I delved into the healthcare side and, what is the priority, but how can we at least have that nudge? So I'd love to get down there and preach how do we deliver CAR T to the community is the biggest initiative for us, and how do we spread awareness? We need to enable these commercially approved therapies down in New Orleans and in the South specifically. Even on the sickle cell side with the recent approvals, we have unbelievable patient advocates down there that we want to help enable. So,
and a tremendous patient population who needs it. So consider this your formal invitation. We'll get you down.
We'll find a way.
We're working on our panels right now, but I might even be able to get you some exposure. So we'll see what we can do.
Let's do it, and I'd love to bring some of the patient voice, my passion for it, but also some patients that can talk about their journey and raise that awareness themselves.
We were just talking about wanting that last week at our planning call, so this is it.
Yeah, we've got a connection.
You guys heard it here first.
And they're here. Well, thank you so much.
George, thank you so much for joining us in the Bullpen. It's great to see you as always.
Yeah, great to be here.